right, so spirit quartz. We don't have a lot of spirit quartz left at the moment, to be honest. We've actually sold quite a lot of our collection. We've got a couple of larger, beautiful pieces left. And most of our, like all of our spirit quartz is sourced directly through our African supplier. It's all ethically sourced. And unfortunately, a lot of spirit quartz, like the really purple, lavender purple variety, is not as common anymore. So you're finding a lot more of the clear and the pale purple with this golden colour through it, which is still very beautiful. But, you know, I guess as mine deposits are mined out, or as they, you know, as they're mined out, the deposits can change and what they find can change and the quality can change too. So you can get really dark purple amethyst spirit quartz. That's very rare. This sort of colour is more common, and then the pale purple, which is quite desirable, is becoming harder to source and becoming more expensive too. So spirit quartz obviously is a type of quartz. It does contain the properties of, say, for example, amethyst or clear quartz or whatever colour type of quartz it's got in its formation, but it's also sometimes known as cactus quartz or fairy quartz. So cactus quartz tends to be when we get these chunkier formations of like big, like the top terminations are quite big, and you might get chunkier, smaller crystal terminations around. And then you've also got fairy quartz, which I don't really have any right now. But basically it's where these little crystals are super fine. So this is what is typically known as spirit quartz, and you do get like that main crystal formation with all of these smaller crystals forming around the main the main crystal, sorry. And so, yeah, because you've got like the main crystal, that's kind of like the main generator of energy. And then all of the finer crystals act like any cluster, where it's like an amplifier of energy as well. And it's sending energy out in all directions because energy flows towards points. So yeah, it's definitely a good one for connecting with the spiritual realms. It's got a very fine and light vibration, and it's an energy amplifier too. Definitely helps to enhance your energy or the energy of a space, depending on how, like, what it's being used for. Thank you, Bridie. Nursing a bad back today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You didn't do that training, did you? I hope not. I hope that you're okay. Yeah, that, or maybe just who knows, whatever you've done. I hope it feels better soon, that's for sure. I also have a feeling like this moon is literally kind of forcing a lot of us into slowing down. Oh dear. Okay, I'm feeling a bit energetically flattened, not literally with my back, thankfully, but yeah. Anyway, so these little crystals, they're very spiritually protective, and they're also really powerful to work with, particularly, oh my gosh, Bridie, I'm sorry to hear that. What was I just about to say? So spirit quartz clusters. So clusters foster sense of community within a group. They're really helpful in a larger space to amplify the energy in a space, and also it's a good crystal for like creating more abundance in your energy and in your home. So clusters generally are good for abundance. So we can place these somewhere in your home that feels like you want to bring more of that energy into the space, especially with that golden color. Definitely good for abundance. That one is 140 CR3568. And I get a strong energy of harmony with these crystals. Also very good for healing, and also for anyone who is working with people who maybe are going through transitioning in their life, either from one state to a next, from this life to the next, or whether it's from maiden to mother or other big life transitions. Spirit quartz is said to help facilitate a gentle transitioning between those different bigger processes too. So that is one of our larger clusters that's left. The other larger cluster, this is quite a beautiful piece. There is a couple of broken points, but unfortunately that is not uncommon with some of these clusters. This does have beautiful colour through it, the really rich gold. And then a lot of the pretty lavender as well. Some people call this like an ametrine. It's not technically ametrine because the gold is not a citrine. I think it might be more like a limonite or maybe an iron staining underneath the amethyst. But it is very pretty nonetheless. That one is $195, CR3567. That does sit really nicely as a display piece. And yeah, great one for, as I said, like a group connection or family. Which way does that want to go? I feel like it wants to go this way. It's a nice sort of sideways piece. And then we do have a number of smaller pieces. So with our smaller pieces, they're sort of, I think they're mainly around the $20 mark, and I don't have them all individually priced. So I'll just number them on the rows. So I'm literally just going to pop them in rows, and if you see a piece that you're interested in, if you would like to just give me the row number, and then that way I can show the pieces. So what have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I might do it this way. Okay, so the stand with the big piece, so we'll call this is row 1, row 2 is also the stand, then row 3, row 4 and row 5. So just if you say from left to right, if there's a particular piece that you are interested in, probably can't see that one there, let me know, but I'll show what I can, but most of them around the $20 mark. So look, this one's more of a clear quartz for $20, so that's row 1 number 3. This is row 1 number 2. I'll just show them quite quickly. This is row 2 number 1. This has got a really pretty triple point, and that one is also 20. That's a nice little single point, almost has like a pink through it. So that's row 2 number 2. Row 2 number 3 is the double point. Oh my God, I'm throwing these around today. Poor crystals, sorry about that. Row 2 number 4. So my hands are really cold. I feel like just whatever reason I can give. I don't normally throw my crystals around. Row 2 number 5 is a larger point. Too much energy, they're flying off the shelf. Literally. All right, that's $20. Row 2 number 5. That's probably one of the largest single crystals I have. And this is row 3 number 1. More like, oh, it's almost like a little heart shape, that one. Row 3 number 2. That's a $15 piece. So that some might be 15, some might be 20. This is 20. This is the pretty lavender color that we love. This is row 3 number 3. And yeah, I always find like the spirit quartz, I used to have a beautiful pendant of spirit quartz when I was in my early 20s that I used to wear all the time. And I always got like a really beautiful connection to, like, it was like a fairy energy, but it was very light and kind of playful. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one to work with. That's $15 as well. That's row 4 number 1. Row 4 number 2. This one's got lots of pretty colour in it as well. And that's 15. This is row 4 number 3. Does have a broken tip on that one, but very sparkly. That's also 15. And row 5 number 1. Nice little single point for 20. Row 5 number 2. And row 5 number 3. It's like a little darker amethyst. It's got little phantom amethyst inside. That's $15. So there you go. That is our spirit quartz. As I said, we're kind of a bit low in the spirit quartz department for larger pieces, but that's what we've got.